Desert Haven Animal Society's contract with Nye County was once again up for renewal. The county commissioners had on their agenda an item for discussion and deliberation to consider terminating or continuing the lease with the management company for the Nye County Animal Shelter located on Seary Lane. Commissioners reviewed an animal shelter investigation report prepared by James W. Crosby. In November of 2018, the county manager sent a letter to Desert Haven noticing them of being in default of the lease with intent to terminate due to failing to maintain a safe shelter and also failing to provide financial reports and intake and outcome reports for the animals pursuant to the lease agreement and memorandum of understanding. James W. Crosby is a certified behavior consultant, a recognized expert in canine behavior, dog bites and attacks, and shelter management and operations. He is a retired police lieutenant from Jacksonville, Florida, and a former animal control division manager in Bay County, Florida. In the 82-page report, there were 21 action items outlined by Crosby. Among some of them was proper training of staff to reestablish the clinic at the shelter and encourage cooperative work with local veterinarians to provide lower-cost service to shelter animals. Crosby also suggested that staffing levels be increased incrementally. He also wanted the hours and days of operations to be accurately posted, including online. He encourages staff to do more efficient adoption and outreach, as well as current social media posts. Recommended was the dog housing to be improved.
Mr. Crosby, when you're talking about here, it says, during my time at Desert Haven, there were 4 collapsible crates of small dogs housed in the main building office areas. These dogs were either short-term residents being transferred out or office dogs that were being socialized in the office area in an effort to acclimate them to personal contact and staff volunteers to improve their chances of adoption, a common practice in shelters. No large dogs were housed in collapsible crates. Housing of the dogs in collapsible crates, other than purposeful or extremely temporary housing for specific purposes, should be avoided in a shelter environment, especially in the case of medium to large dogs. Dogs should not be placed in crates stacked upon one another, even if there are physical barriers between cages and bottom pans, as waste can easily carry to the lower crate. Then you continue on and say, no one at the DHAS is qualified to assess the behavior of dogs. No regular documented assessment using SAFER or other tools is undertaken at intake or during the dog's stay.
Also, there's no current foster care program at Desert Haven. Foster homes for dogs and cats can considerably reduce the shelter population, he says, and are critical for successfully adapting when unforeseen emergency situations such as hoarding cases arise. Crosby also notes that the staff is largely composed of persons with drug court offenses. He notes some drug enforcement agency regulations and better control and oversight, including proper disposal of currently non-licensed controlled substances.
This time I'm going to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 I am voting. I need to say this because there's 3 months left on the lease and everyone's going to come back and we'll have other people also vying for the lease. So based on that, I'll vote aye to keep these people going for at least another 3 months.